when the playoffs come around, it's kind of like we all kind of know what to expect in kind of a sense. Like we think like, okay, this team is going to do well against this team. This team is going to do bad. We'll see what happens. But when the 49ers and the Green Bay Packers faced each other and the Cincinnati Bengals faced off against the Tennessee Titans, I was like, okay, this could be for an interesting matchup. On one hand, and the Titans and Bengals matchup, you got a Titans team that's the number 1 seed getting Derrick Henry back. But I don't know if it's not true that, not playing in the first round of the playoffs is necessarily an advantage. I feel like I think we've seen enough evidence to the contrary, even though rest is good for a team and it does have its advantages. However, for how the Bengals came out and played, especially with their big-time win and the 49ers win, that is big-time stuff, like big-time stuff. I hope you guys know what that Saturday Night Live sketch is, and if you don't, go check it out. It's great. I think at the end of the day, though, when you see it to the two upsets by the San Francisco 49ers and Cincinnati Bengals, who are shocking the NFL, by the way, you love to see it. You love to see it. I think it mixes it up. Now both the 49ers and Bengals are heading to the NFC and AFC championship games respectively, and we'll see how all those, also the Rams have made it in earlier today as we started recording this video. But we'll get into more of, we're going to start with the Titans and the Bengals game, here. You look at how this went down. McPherson hit a late field goal. That was big. He's been hitting big field goals all year long. You love to see it from that rookie. Overall, 19-16 win for the Bengals over the Titans. Joe Burrow, oh man, he didn't do amazing things necessarily, but he also wasn't the problem. He kept the team in it. He did what he had to do and got them in a position to win. Finished the day 20 of 37, 348 yards. That is no touchdowns, 1 interception. Joe Mixon, 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. It was just kind of one of those things where it was like both two good defenses. It was kind of a tough game to watch for a little bit there. But Jamar Chase, he's obviously, I don't think it's even a debate at this point anymore. He's clearly the offensive rookie of the year. 5 catches, 109 yards for him. T. Higgins having a big year too. 7 catches, 96 yards. CJ Uzama, 7 catches for 71 yards as well. And you saw Joe Mixon, who also caught 6 passes for 51 yards, over 100 total yards for him on the day, and a touchdown as well. But overall, we knew that this potential Bengals team could do some damage. They have a lot of talent, and they showed it. Obviously, they've got talent on the offensive side of the football, and their defense doesn't need to do too much, but it did just enough. And as we look at the defense right here, Logan Wilson led the team with 8 tackles, also had a big pick, as well as Von Bell, who had 6 tackles and a big sack. Jesse Bates III, he's one of the most underrated safeties in the NFL. Just give this man some love already. Had 4 tackles and a pick as well, and I can't remember off the top of my head who the big pick late in the game to kind of to really seal it and give McPherson a chance. But Mike Hilton also had a pick as well, and I think you're really starting to see a team that's coming together just at the right time, that's really putting a lot of good things together, and you absolutely love to see it. But overall, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Titans. So, overall, 19-16 win, big time win, and I think it does give the Bengals a little bit of swagger as they move forward. And yeah, of course, the 49ers too. But I think just starting out with the Bengals here, you can see that this team they've got a lot of swagger. They can put up points. Their defense does remind me a lot of the 1998 Minnesota Vikings, where you have 3 really good receivers, a quarterback that's doing some great things, and a good young running back that's also doing some big things. And like we said, a defense that's just not getting drug up and down the field. They're able to keep them in the game and able to get some timely turnovers as well. So I think if you can combine a lot of those things, a lot of good things tend to happen overall. And I think the Bengals, whoever they end up playing, I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of see how it all pans out. But I think that it's going to be a really good game. It's looking like whether it's the Chiefs or the Bills, it's going to be a really fun game in the AFC there. And now we'll look at the 49ers and Packers game. This was big. I very rarely, I'd never ever wish ill upon another NFL team. But I mean, sometimes you just like to see another team lose. The Packers in our division, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little happy. My wife knows I was pretty happy after that. So overall, you had Jimmy G, who went 11 of 19 for 131 yards and a pick. That was the thing with this game. Jimmy G didn't do anything to really keep them in the game or really help them in any way or shape or form. But other than that, I think it was that big throw at the end there. But anyway, I don't think, the Niners didn't score an offensive touchdown. Their special teams, their defense was amazing. So if this team wants to have a shot in the NFC Championship game against the Rams, they need to put up points because the Rams are putting up points. So and the Rams are going to have to go against the 49ers too. So that's going to be a really fun game. I'm really excited. It's just different. It's different this year. Different. It's not the Bucs. It's this is a big game between the 49ers and the Rams. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Eli Mitchell, 17 carries, 53 yards. Also, Deebo Samuel had 10 carries for 39 yards. George Kittle, I think there was a point in time he got a slant. I want to say it was Eric Stokes for the Packers. Like, he faked him on an inside move, then went inside. Like, man, it's so hard to guard a good football player like that. George Kittle, 4 catches, 63 yards. Also, Deebo Samuel added 44 receiving yards and 3 receptions on the night as well, adding to a pretty good night for him as well. And, again, the offense wasn't impressive, but it did just enough to get the job done. The defense, man, oh man. Like, I am in love with this 49ers defense. It might be even better than when Robert Saleh was back there. Like, that is, Bulls, not Bulls, I'm sorry. The 49ers defense is just playing a lot of great football right now, and you really got to be ecstatic for how they're playing right now, because they are a really good football team. And DeMeco Ryans, that's who it was. And by the way, he's interviewing for a Vikings head coaching spot. And I think he's really done a lot of great things with this defense. You see a guy like Eric Armstead who had a couple sacks. Nick Bosa is just Nick Bosa. That's why we used him. In the picture here, he's just a bad man. He had a couple sacks. Like, if you meet Nick Bosa in the hole, 9 times out of 10 you're going to want to just fall down. Just fall down. Like, seriously, it's Nick Bosa. Like, you don't want any part of that, trust me. And then also Samson Ebukam. I never can get these names right. But overall, that defense is amazing. It's going to be really tough moving forward, and I think they're going to give a lot of headaches to, they're going to give a lot of headaches to the Rams. They really are. Matt Stafford and company is going to have their work cut out for them, but there's just no way around it. The San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals are shocking the NFL right now. And I think, I don't think it's, when I say shocking, I could see minor chances these teams were, but like in the 49ers game, for instance, if you let them just hang around, if you let the Packers let the 49ers just hang around too much, and then that blocked punt led to that touchdown, it's just like, that's just the story of the NFL. You cannot let these teams hang around. You cannot leave no doubt. Remember the Titans, great football movie. But at the end of the day, those teams came out big winners in these games, and I think, man, they're shocking the NFL. I'm really excited for these matchups moving forward. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. Also in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, you'll find in our description our link to our iTunes, so give us a listen and sub. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the San Francisco 49ers and Cincinnati Bengals, who are shocking the NFL.